Stephanie's last piano piece was written by another composer from the Romantic period, Felix Mendelssohn. He was born in Hamburg in 1809, just a matter of a few months before Chopin. And his life was altogether different. He was born into a musical family. They had a lot of contact with other important musicians, in fact, other important scholars. So they lived a very high-class life compared with what some of the other musicians did. He had a sister with whom he was very, very close. They liked to perform together. Fanny became quite a pianist and a composer in her own right, even though in those days she was not allowed to put her name against composition. Her brother had to take the credit for it. But she was a very good pianist, and she did a lot to promote his work as well. By the age of 10, Felix was ready to make his first public appearance. So here we are with another very talented child who's starting out on the performance stage as well as starting out with many compositions. He composed a lot of music for piano concertos, lots of little pieces. He composed songs, and two of his great works were oratorios that were second only to Handel's Messiah. He composed St. Paul, and then he composed Elijah. And these oratorios are still performed almost on a yearly basis, even around this area. If you look in the paper, you will often find that you can go and hear these wonderful oratorios that Mendelssohn composed. He did a lot of traveling, and many of his symphonies have travel names to them. He wrote one symphony that uses the hymn, A Mighty Fortress Is Our God, as the main theme. So he was a very traveled person. They were a rich family, and when they converted, they were Jewish, and that was a stigma in those days. So when they converted to Christianity, they added Bartholdy on the end of the name to make it sound more English, and they felt as if they would be more accepted. Amongst the piano works that Mendelssohn wrote were 8 books of songs without words. Each one of these 8 books had a different opus number. And many of these beautiful little songs without words really and truly had lovely melodies that you could easily sing. Violinists often play them. I've even played some of them on the organ. So they fit in very beautifully with any type of musical use that you can take with them. When I introduced Stephanie to this beautiful one called the Duet, she fell in love with it. And we had a really good time learning it. You will notice that there is a woman's voice and a man's voice, and they are singing separate solos first of all, and then they finally unite together. Now what the subject is that they are discussing, that's for your imagination, because we're not given, it's a song without words, remember. So you can imagine what it is they are discussing, this man and woman. They sometimes get a little bit heated, I think, but overall it's a very, very beautiful melody, or 2 melodies going together. So with Stephanie's last piece, on the piano anyway, this is the Mendelssohn song without words called Duet.